And welcome back, everyone. Winners match time here for Group G of the FX Open Invitational Series. I am Unstable, joined by Railkin. We are going to have FX Open's Baby Knight up against TSLSymbol. Match 1 will be on Daybreak. So let's jump straight into it. We have a PVZ starting up. Of course, we have a Baby Knight up here at the top right-hand corner as our blue Protoss. And then down here at the bottom left, we have TSLSymbol as our red Zerg. Now, Symbol coming through FXO's lowly in a close series, won that 2-1. And of course, Baby Knight coming 2-0 through Keen. So there's a very interesting way this group has played out so far. I don't think anyone really would have picked it exactly like this. But let's see how we go. Daybreak, very standard map for these guys. And let's see how Baby Knight plays his PVZ, shall we, Relkin?
Yeah, definitely would have expected Symbol to take out lowly. Just because Symbol has been pretty much on a tear recently. But Baby Knight is kind of the surprise. Not really to detract from him, but, you know, definitely would have put him up as the underdog against Keen, and then he just thoroughly thrashed him. So I'm really curious to see what he's going to do against Symbol here. Symbol is going for the spawning pool first, like pretty much everybody else at the moment, just because Zerg players are just getting used to the fact that Protoss are blocking their hatcheries again. It's just one of those shifting metagames that goes back and forth like a pendulum on whether or not they can actually get that hatchery down or not.
Yeah, well, he's actually already... Oh, he actually did manage to get the hatchery down at the natural. That was very strange. We are seeing a follow-up with the Nexus first into Forge here from Baby Knight as well, of course. However, he's come back in, seen the pull timing on that, and will throw down that cannon pretty much straight away after that. Only 2 Zerglings coming out for Symbol, though. As in regards to when we saw Violet versus Squirtle, he usually always brought out 4 to 6 to try and put some pressure on. But Baby Knight not worried about that, keeping his probe in that main as long as he can to see what's going on.
Yeah, and waiting to see when Symbol is actually going to go for this third hatchery. Baby Knight is actually hanging his probe around the natural instead of going up there to check. But he was able in a position where he would be able to see any of the drones leaving. So he is still going to get a good check on when this third hatchery goes down. As it is about to go down, he's going to miss the block on it once again. So both of those do go down pretty quickly, not delayed at all. And now Baby Knight has the 2 gas on the way. His wall is setting up pretty nicely. And is that completely walled off, or did he leave a little bit of a gap? It looks like he walled it.
No, there's a little bit of a gap there, as you can see with the probe. It's just sitting there. Anyway, everything has been seen here by Symbol, and like you're saying, a very strange wall off here by Baby Knight, but of course would be intentional, given the way how much he's been playing recently. So it's going to be interesting. We saw Violet go very drastically drone heavy in this next few minutes here on Daybreak. Let's see if Symbol does the same thing. Can be a very risky thing to do, as we saw in the first version of Squirtle versus Violet, that it went okay, and then the second version it didn't. So,
yeah, Squirtle was playing really, really greedy the first time around, which is the reason why it worked out for Violet that first time. But we'll see what Baby Knight does. He wasn't actually playing very greedy against Keen, so probably expect to see him applying some early pressure, but he hasn't actually added any extra gateways yet. Only just now starting to add the extra gas, but does go quickly up to 3rd and 4th gas before adding the gateways. So he might try and tech rather quickly as well, because that's a lot of gas pretty early.
Yeah, absolutely. We do see, of course, the Roach Warren going down now for Symbol. And no actual Evo chambers yet. Normally we see the 1 or 2 Evo chambers to start those upgrades as soon as possible. He is droning quite heavily though. He will be... Oh, he is even on drone count right now, so 37 to 36, but he's now got a next round coming out as well. So what is the follow-up going to be for Baby Knight? We do see +1 halfway done and 3 more gateways in the main.
Yeah, so he is going to try and pressure this third base, which I like a lot, especially on the map like Daybreak, where a lot of Zerg players do try to drone up pretty heavily. Symbol is playing a little bit more safely, and he's got his Roach Horn done, and probably going to be trying to pump out a few roaches just to be safe. But he isn't holding either of the watchtowers, so he's not going to have any warning when the army moves out, besides for this Overlord hanging out over the cliff. And if he manages to get a pylon down, which he's working on right now, then he's not going to see it. But he does actually spot the pylon with this Overlord floating up to yet another good position. So Symbol floating his Overlords into a lot of really nice spots right now, getting a lot of nice vision, and being aware of the fact that Baby Knight is on the way.
Yeah, well, we do see this first warp in of units here. Remember, Baby Knight doesn't have that many gateways, but he is going into a Dark Shrine after this. He warped in fully Zealous, didn't expect those roaches to come out that quickly. However, he will... Was this spotted by...
Was what spotted?
Ah, it was. The Dark Shrine was spotted by Symbol as his Overlord came through. Because I'm looking at the at the production tab, I'm like, 3 Spore Crawlers. Why would you build those unless you've actually seen it? So he has seen that Dark Shrine. This is going to be completely shut down now by Symbol.
Will he cancel it? Like, I'm curious if he's going to cancel it now the Overlord's down, and watching it, and it doesn't look like it.
Well, even if he... Oh, there he goes.
There we go.
Okay. I was going to say, even if he doesn't cancel, he can still put pressure on there. He can run in and actually kill the Spore Crawlers, as we've been seeing recently. Like, 4 DTs come in and target down the Spore Crawler first, and then he can morph them into Archons afterwards. But it looks like Baby Knight is going to take that 3rd base relatively quickly. He's got +2 attack on the way. He was shut down with that pressure, but at the same time, he's keeping up with the worker count quite nicely. 55 drones to 49 probes. Macro hatch going down for Symbol, and that lair finishing up, so nothing really out of the ordinary just yet.
That's why I like that move by a Baby Knight. Even if you don't commit to the attack, by making that pylon, showing some units, you force the Zerg player to have to make an army early on. So even if he wanted to do that really drone-heavy style that we saw from Violet, he couldn't because he was forced to make units, cuts into his drone count. It's just a really safe way of damaging the economy of the Zerg player if they were trying to cut corners. You're forcing him to have to not. Now, Symbol has a bunch of units. He's not sure what he's going to do with them. So he's gathering them, making a few more, and seeing if he can go for a counterattack. Just check this 3rd base, see how well defended it is. He's got a good number of Zerglings with some roaches over here as well. It looks like he's going to send them to the natural and the 3rd base at the same time. Zerglings trying to get some good surface area on the sentries.
Oh, they're going to get into the main.
Force fields. But yeah, instead they're going up to the main, and the roaches are powering through the buildings at the 3rd base at the same time. Oh, he's going to focus down this Twilight Council with Blink on the way. He's going to be very close. He uses the Chrono Boost to try and get it done before it dies, but it looks like it's going to die first. Unstable. It's going to be really close. No, it does barely finish.
And it looks like he's going to keep that Twilight... Oh, is he going to keep the Twilight Council? Yes, 20 HP in total.
Wow.
Here come the roaches, though. Baby Knight did manage to defend down here at the 3rd. Did lose 1 gateway, though. However, that did still go in favor of Baby Knight there. He got the blink out. He can chase things down if he wants to. +3 is on the way as well on that Forge for him now at the same time. And looks like we have Immortals coming out of the robotics facility now as well. There's another Twilight Council that was made, just cancelled now by Baby Knight because he expected it to die just like we did. But yeah,
that was a nice Chrono Boost there on the blink. It looked like the Twilight Council was going to die really fast, but the Zealots did manage to get there in time to save it. But either way, he actually managed to finish the upgrade fast enough that if it had died, he would have still gotten that blink out, which is very nice play from Baby Knight. He's been making a lot of really nice decisions like that so far today. But we do see 4th and 5th base on the way from Symbol at the same time. And this is where it's going to become difficult for Baby Knight, because that pressure has sort of backed him up a little bit. His army isn't really that big right now, so he's not that comfortable moving too far out in the center of the map. So it means there's a decent chance that Symbol's going to be able to get these up and start mining, and then his economy is going to start getting ridiculous, because he is at that 86 drone count, possibly going to be able to get up to that 90, and really just crank out tons and tons of units and apply that pressure like we saw Violet do on this map previously.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, so we do see him chasing down these roaches just now. Hive is finishing up very shortly because there is going to be a lot of infestors on the field as well. And Baby Knight continuing to get more and more gateways. Just now he started a Templar Archives as well for some storms, but he's going to have to try and deal with these Brutalists that are going to... Actually, no, not Brutalists, it's going to be Ultralisks. Not really sure on the decision that from Symbol because there's already Immortals and soon-to-be Archons on the field now, so this is going to play well for Baby Knight. He's actually going to catch a lot of these roaches here as well now. Pretty much
it looks
nothing
like he's setting up
do.
for a fake drop at the same time as well, as you see a lot of speed overlords up here in the top left. He does have the drop upgrade, so he could actually be trying to fake Baby Knight out by coming in with a fake drop, making him think, okay, he doesn't actually have drop, and then dropping him later. It's a nice little metagame thing to do to mess with somebody's head. Question is, he's got to be able to take advantage of that fake drop, so those overlords just hanging out there for a while And if they get scouted by an observer or any flying unit in the meantime, he will be aware of the fact that it's a fake. So this is a little bit risky, leaving those up there for a long time, giving him more opportunity to see it, and then that gambit won't really pay off. But that is a lot of Zerglings. The Infestors are gathering up a lot of energy, has a few Baneling support. Now the Ultralisks are on the way.
Yeah, they are. He's also got Adrenal Glands on the way as well. However, we do not have Storm being researched just yet. No Templars on the field, but we are going to have drops here for these Banglings to come through, and it's going to be very difficult for Baby Knight here. He needs to be careful not to get caught with some Fungals. He does come forward, see these. He's actually split out quite nicely. There's a Fungal and all the sentries here coming in. Look at this, Baby Knight actually targeting down the Overlords with the units, and 3 of them taken out without anything being dropped from it. Now Symbol is in a tough spot right now. The Archons there will be able to push forward the Immortals as well. And look how quickly.
Look at that Ultra.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Now he's probably wondering, why did I make Ultralisks? That was pretty ridiculous, because I mean, that's all Stalkers, Archons, and the 4 Immortals right there in the center. These Ultralisks are just getting powered down, and even if there were Zealots, Ultras are pretty bad at taking out Zealots because of the reduced damage, so things are not looking very good for Symbol as this huge army is just swarming down towards the 3rd base. One Archard coming forward, trying to get as many Banelings as he possibly can, and he does actually force a lot of Banelings to die. Mortals do take a ton of damage from all the Banelings, but all the Ultralisks are still going to get powered down in the meantime. It's getting hit from 2 angles by the Zerglings, but there's just not enough units. There's the GG.
Alrighty, so congratulations to Baby Knight. He will go 1-up in this series. We'll be right back with game number 2 in about 2 minutes' time after our commercial break and see if Symbol can bring it back. Stay with us.